Aries. If a conversation keeps resurfacing, maybe it doesn't want patience, maybe it wants a decision. Ask for a simple proof. If that unfinished exchange is real, it has to hold up to one concrete move, not just a feeling. Mars heats up your immediate verbal field, so if you react just to discharge tension, you miss the point. This isn't a door that opens with more analysis. It opens with one small, clean choice. Today's energy doesn't want a generic release. It wants that hanging block to stop taking up space without forcing you to pay for it twice. For Aries, the day works in your favor if you stay fast without becoming automatic. The stake is using pressure to choose, not to build a more elegant delay. The danger is calling a polished block calm. It's quiet, but it keeps you in the same place. Move. Do the one thing that lowers noise and ambiguity right away, even if it doesn't make you look perfect. Send it to anyone who keeps defending their deadlock like it's a method. Taurus. If you want to speed up, wait. The boring detail runs the day now. Venus puts the spotlight on daily work, method, and health, so the choice cannot stay on autopilot. It may be something tiny, a shift, a checklist, a step you skipped because it seemed too technical. Skipping the detail looks harmless. Then that is exactly where your clarity leaks out. Routine collects its bill when you treat precision like paperwork. Taurus, the piece that costs too much is not stability. It's a nicely furnished cage. The practical detail today is only small until you skip it. The strong move is to respect the detail nobody sees. Are you skipping a detail? Or quietly sabotaging the sequence that keeps you sharp? Fix one step, one shift, one order. Don't open anything else. Then you can speed up, but only after you put back what supports you. Move, restore the sequence before you touch the pace. Save it for the moment when haste starts cutting the sequence. Gemini. Today, care isn't generic softness. It's a practical choice. The signal not to ignore is this: an imbalance that needs lining up only stays harmless as long as you keep giving it shape. Mercury makes your immediate verbal field restless, and one small response can change the weight of the whole scene. Recovery isn't decorative downtime. It's what keeps the day from being handed over to your most depleted side. It's a real pause, not a pause loaded with guilt and explanations. The stake is not spending all your energy holding up a shape that doesn't deserve that cost. For Gemini, the day improves when understanding becomes a clear decision. You could end the day upright and still not have enough presence left to choose well. Move. Remove the one draining gesture before you add another one that only makes you feel productive. Tomorrow will care about unused energy, not the scene you managed to hold up. Cancer. Don't confuse attraction with response. Today, the heart wants cleaner proof. There's no need to build suspense. A presence that changes the atmosphere is already on the table, and the sky asks you to read it without tricks. With Venus active, your home root emotional base zone asks for a choice that is beautiful but not blind. Intensity and dignity have to stay together. It's not enough that a presence that changes the atmosphere makes you feel alive. It also has to leave you clearer, not more dependent on someone else's answer. This is the point where someone lights you up, but the sky asks you not to hand them the steering wheel. For Cancer, the risk is buying peace on the outside and ending up emptied out on the inside. The stake is simple. Don't let fear of being unseen make the choice for you. If you chase reassurance, the heart feels alive, but the choice gets poorer. Move. Choose the gesture you can still stand behind tomorrow. Come back to this before you reply, just to be desired. Leo. The sky isn't rewarding people who wait for certainty today. It rewards the ones who give shape to the first move. Draw a line. Up to here, a small but decisive gesture can enter. Beyond that, it has to become a choice or leave. With the sun in play, the identity-body-presence axis wants coherence. If one part is performing, it shows. This is the scene where you realize the block needs less thinking and more action. As long as you only watch, that small but decisive gesture looks bigger than it is. The moment you choose the first step, it loses power. The danger isn't ruining everything. It's staying polished inside a situation that has stopped moving. For Leo, the center isn't defended by performing. It's defended by choosing cleanly. If the needed move stays on hold, tomorrow will take more force to do the same thing. Move, cut the extra, and protect the first concrete step. Replay it when your mind starts offering one more explanation in exchange for the missing gesture.
Virgo, real care has a boundary today, not an excuse. This isn't a thread to leave to chance until evening.
A crack that needs maintenance has a readable window now.
With Mercury emphasized, your rest closure inner preparation zone becomes a test of precision.
Less noise, more useful words.
It's a day that can keep moving strongly on the outside, but it asks you not to spend your last margin as if it were endless. Protecting your energy today isn't about disappearing. It's about stopping a crack that needs maintenance from draining the right choice. The real loss today would be sacrificing good clarity to save urgencies that are not all yours. For Virgo, the day improves when you stop using clarity as a shield against action. If you keep denying space to the tired part of you, the day can function on the outside and empty you out on the inside. Move. Choose the first useful no and let it protect the rest of the day. Replay it when you want to fix everything, instead of getting yourself back in line. Libra. The stuck part of the day wants one thing: a clean cut. The personal stake is closer than it looks. A work move that can't be postponed anymore says what you've been giving away without naming it. Here, Venus doesn't just soften. On the identity-body-presence axis, it shows what you want and what you must not sell off. This is the moment you realize the problem doesn't need better analysis anymore. It needs a gesture that reduces it. For Libra, the day asks the real harmony, not elegant suspension of the problem. Pressure becomes an ally when you use it to turn a work move that can't be postponed anymore into something real and testable. If you don't touch the real knot now, tomorrow may leave you with less energy and the same problem. If you don't touch the needed move, the day passes and the problem keeps its throne. Move. Take the smallest piece that creates real movement and do it before theory returns. Replay it before you wait for permission that isn't coming. Scorpio. Today's love signal isn't sweet. It's precise and maybe uncomfortable. The clean cut isn't coldness. It's refusing to let a tenderness that needs a boundary stay ambiguous. Venus is moving through your home root emotional base zone, joining desire and limit. If one is missing, the other costs more. It may be a chat, a look, a pause where you realize whether you want contact or just reassurance. It's not enough that a tenderness that needs a boundary makes you feel alive. It also has to leave you clearer, not more dependent on someone else's answer. Today isn't about being right in love. It's about not betraying your own measure just to keep the contact alive. For Scorpio, depth becomes useful when it stops speaking from behind control. The loss isn't feeling too much. It's letting the need for a reply matter more than your own clarity. Move. Make the choice that protects both heart and boundary, not just one of them. Send it to anyone who has to choose between play and truth today. Sagittarius. Today, the price isn't just financial. It's how much space you let other people take in the decision. The real chance is small. Recognize a sum or a resource before it has to start shouting. Venus is coloring the desire, creativity, pleasure field, opening contact, but also the harder question. How much are you giving just to feel chosen? It might be an unnamed amount, a favor that grows, time someone already treats as available. If nobody names the bill, a sum or a resource can quietly become the advantage of whoever pushes hardest. For Sagittarius, freedom today comes from putting a boundary around the right place. If the cost stays implied, the day often picks the cheapest price for other people, not for you. If that margin stays implied, the cost doesn't disappear. It just shifts from the number to your availability. Move. Turn the favor into clear terms right away, so you can see whether it still feels healthy. Send it to anyone who needs to set a price without feeling mean. Capricorn. Today, you don't need to win the day. You need to get back a piece of your breath. The lock on the day is concrete. A domestic peace not to be sacrificed only opens with a non-generic response. With Venus in the foreground, your home, root, emotional base zone isn't neutral. What feels good has to respect you too. It's an inner room that's too full, where the right move is not to push harder, but to remove friction. Shelter only works if it becomes action. A domestic peace not to be sacrificed needs real space, not a promise. For Capricorn, carrying everything isn't enough if the tired part starts running the show. The stake is not spending all your energy holding together a shape that doesn't deserve it. Forcing things can look like strength, but today it risks burning the very part you need. Move. Choose one concrete form of care, not a promise that you'll recover later. Save it if you need an adult-sized permission slip, not to waste your good margin where it isn't needed. Aquarius. Today the shadow doesn't make a scene. It hides in the sentence you keep repeating to yourself. No drama needed. A comfortable version of you that no longer holds shows up in the first real shift in your tone. Venus is moving across the identity-body-presence axis, so attraction, measure, and dignity all land in the same scene. There's a tiny fracture between what you know and what you keep supporting, and today, it's easier to see than usual. What you refuse to name doesn't vanish. It changes tone, changes mask, and still keeps running the room. For Aquarius, the day improves when vision stops floating and starts making an impact. The useful truth today doesn't humiliate you. It simplifies the point you had made too complicated. The risk is defending a version of yourself that used to work, but now asks too much in return. Move. Don't react from the wound. Choose the boundary that will still feel clean tomorrow. Keep this close. Some shadows lose power the moment you name them. Pisces. Don't miss a fragile, practical opening. It looks small, but it can shift the day. In front of you are two doors. One saves you from discomfort right now. The other forces you to turn the point into a choice. With Mercury active, your immediate verbal field doesn't want scattered intuition. It wants order in signals and timing. This is a careful, tiptoe kind of passage, one that rewards people who don't confuse caution with sleep. If you keep watching too long, a fragile, practical opportunity can lose weight, not because it was false, but because you didn't choose its moment. Today's opening isn't comfortable. That's exactly why it shows how much you want it. For Pisces, the day rewards you when you turn intuition into a gesture, not just an atmosphere. If you don't give body to this opening, tomorrow you may remember it as a signal and not as a choice. Move. Write one-line direction, then protect the first concrete step. Send it to anyone who might lose an opportunity by calling it a detail.